If you have ever felt anxious while dating and thought, if I had higher self-worth, I wouldn't feel like this video is for you. Because self-worth is not the absence of anxiety. It's what you do while you feel it. Most people think self-worth means being calm, confident, and unbothered. But many of the most unbothered people are simply emotionally unavailable. So let's be clear. Self-worth in dating is not affirmations. It's not detachment. And it's not pretending you don't care. True self-worth is about how you behave when you do care, when you're attached, unsure, and emotionally invested. There are 7 quiet signs that show you have high self-worth while dating. The first sign is that your emotions don't control your behavior. You still feel anxious, you still get attached, you still feel disappointment. But you don't let those emotions decide your actions. You don't chase because you feel insecure. You don't over-explain because you feel uncertain. You don't overgive because you're afraid of losing someone. You create a pause between what you feel and what you do. That pause is self-worth. The second sign is that you stop over-communicating. You don't keep explaining how you feel to someone who hasn't shown curiosity. You don't repeat yourself to be understood. You don't send more messages just to reduce anxiety. You communicate once, clearly and calmly, and then you watch behavior, not words. Self-worth sounds like, I've said what I needed to say. That's enough. The third sign is how you handle mixed signals. You don't analyze them, you don't romanticize them, you don't excuse them. You notice patterns. You understand that confusion is not chemistry. And inconsistency is not emotional depth. Instead of pushing for clarity, you adjust your level of emotional investment, not to punish, but to protect your self-respect. The fourth sign is that you stop trying to be chosen. You no longer ask, how do I make them want me? You start asking, how do I feel in this dynamic? Do I feel calm or constantly on edge? Do I feel seen or subtly dismissed? Do I feel like myself or like I'm performing? The moment you feel like you're auditioning for connection, you pause, because real self-worth evaluates connection. It doesn't try to earn it. The fifth sign is that your boundaries become quiet. You don't announce them, you don't explain them. You don't threaten to leave, you simply change your behavior. You reply less instead of explaining more. You step back emotionally instead of asking for reassurance. You stop making yourself available to inconsistency. Real self-worth doesn't say, you need to treat me better. It says, I'm no longer available for this dynamic. The sixth sign is that you know the difference between discomfort and misalignment. You don't leave just because something feels uncomfortable. You stay when effort is mutual, when repair happens, when curiosity goes both ways, but you leave when confusion becomes chronic. When your needs are minimized, when you're explaining your worth instead of being met. Self-worth is not avoidance, it's discernment. The seventh sign is that choosing yourself feels lonely before it feels peaceful. You stop chasing clarity. You stop proving your value. You stop abandoning yourself to stay chosen. And at first, that can feel empty. But what replaces that emptiness is calm, stability, and self-trust. Because self-worth does not make dating easier. It makes you safer. And once you experience that safety, you don't go back.